Let's see. I'm trying to come up with a different way to say hello to this. Just because of slavery, not because of nothing else. Slavery is still in the atmosphere, okay? We can't say thank you, okay? And by that I mean we can't wake up and feel the thank you from another person by just living. We have to actually go to someone and say thank you for a reason. We don't just open up to say thank you, okay? Like we're our community, society, our inner connection as people is still connected to slavery. So when we get in front of these cameras, we become almost free, okay? This is the freedom we get. Because this little block, or you know, your handheld block, is all exclusive, okay? It's private. You make sure you're private, or it's something you want. Like it's something it's a block that we grab, we take it somewhere, and we use it, okay? And it's for a purpose. That small opportunity is very, very, very unlimited. And by unlimited, I mean, once you get in front of it, you'll want to do it for almost infinity, okay? We're just going to say infinity. Just because that's how you play it. You don't play it any other way. You don't play it by the hour. You play it for infinity, okay? So I'm thinking of a new way to say hello to this, just because doing this like, hey guys, I'm here. It's almost, you know, it's like it's just creating the reality, okay? That's already here, you know? And sometimes it just becomes a little unnecessary, honestly, because it's like it's maybe it's just like one of my preferences or whatever. But I'm gonna talk to you about our lost language, okay? I know putting this stuff out might be seen, might not be seen, but I do want to add myself to this time capsule that we keep in the universe, okay? The universe is getting quite full. Well, you know, in my mind and my culture, by my stance, I believe that the internet is getting full. Which the only reason I say it's full is because it's like you can, like, within like almost 5 years you can get to 1 billion views on YouTube, and there's like 8 billion people on the planet. So it's like, is it getting full? And maybe not, you know. But we have a lost language, and we live with a people with a known language. I've said this. Let's see if I can try to break it down again. One group of people have one item that can be found in different places. Let's just say this group of people are looking for a stapler. I'm gonna do a scenario of the people. I went to Walmart for my stapler. That's person number one. Person number two, I went to Office Depot for my stapler. Person number three, I went to Office Max for my stapler. One item, 3 destinations. One purchase. One name. That's there's 4 levels right there, okay? You have the beginning, the journey, the result, and the word, okay? Here is the lost language. You have one item. I'm gonna give you the scenario of how it works, okay? I call it this. Balls. Hair balls. I call it this. Hair ties. I know where to get it. I know where to get it. I go to the hair store. I go to the hair store. The hair store. That's the process of getting to the hair store. 2 different names. You have the item. You have the process of dialogue. You have the journey to the hair store. You have 2 names. With this process, that item is forever lost. Because if I leave this place to go amongst anybody and say, do you know about these hairballs? The first thing the next person might do is question. And if you're starting off with a question, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, you know, it creates a dialogue that, you know, it just creates a dialogue that becomes lost. A dialogue of lost things is almost like we're speaking a Tinkerbell language. Like we only look for lost things. Especially if you move somewhere new and you meet a group of people. Do you know where to get some hairballs? Some what? Some hairballs. Hairball. What is a hairball? You know the hairballs that you put in your hair. No, I ain't never put a hairball in my head. That's a lie. Yes, you have. You ain't when you was young, you ain't never had no hairballs in your hair? What they look like? Ugh, they got two balls at the end. Oh, why did you just say that? What? You see? Right there, lost. Why didn't you just say that? As if hairballs isn't sufficient? I'm worried, okay? Because as life is happening around us, and especially since we're involved in the universe, it's like the things that we have to prepare ourselves for, especially since, you know, we're all like spread out, and since they love to single us out, I'm so like singularity is a fear of mine. Like, not because of relationships or anything, not because of no Valentine, alright? Just because it's like, it just gets too big, you know, especially if they're singling out. And it's like, I don't want to get singled out when it's this big. I want to be singled out from a whole, like, so it can, you know, remain the same. But I'm worried, okay? It may not be the hugest thing to worry about, but hey, who knows what's the hugest thing to worry about? I mean, there's so many. What? It's so many things to worry about, especially when things get put into perspective. Like the universe, the universe, okay? The universe goes on for infinity, okay? And people are like, especially if this single out thing is real, which most definitely might be, people are trying to fit themselves in. And with all the possible outcomes, you don't know how they're stacking themselves up. That's the video. If I lost you, I am a part of a lost language. So I did my part. I just hope, you know, I'm able to find a language without assimilating too much more, because I promise, speaking like Wonder Bread, or even trying to speak like down under, no, not down under. Not down under, no, not down under, underground. Try to speak underground. That's what I meant to say. Is, you know, hard to, you know, actually get across to people without sounding like everything is wrong or everything is right. Like, days, I promise. Days, nothing but days, I promise. Like, days, I promise. Like, But that's the video. That's the video. I'm trying not to get, because I get lost in the camera, okay? And I'm trying not to get lost in the camera right now. Like, the reality of me having a space to myself completely, and it's recorded just for me. It's unlimited, okay? It's priceless. It's whatever, you know. But yes, I know how to make a name for myself, whatever. If I have a name, you know how names go, other than nigga. Even though I'm not too hateful for the word nigga. Okay? They did their best, okay? They still can't tell you what a good nigga is. But hey, you know, they made it. It got made, you know, amongst all the things that they can make. It got made. It's still, you know, wrong. I'm not saying, ooh, wait, nigga ain't nothing. Nigga is something. But yeah, I'm just rambling now just because I love having this space to myself. Ooh, it is lovely. It is absolutely lovely. By myself, without direction, without subliminals as well. Like, ooh. Just so good. Ooh, so good. Ooh. Oh, and like, trying to look sexy in front of this thing, I'm telling you, you can't, even though the law of attraction is becoming digital, you don't have any digital in your DNA, so you can't really, it's like a block. Like, you can't really be sexy in front of it unless you was digital yourself. Like, that's why like, it's hard. Like, I always get this face and be like, oh, it just doesn't look right. But when I go in front of the mirror, I'll be like, oh, where is she? It's just I don't have a strand of digital in my system, or, you know, in my DNA. So I won't ever look as sexy as I think I do in this space. Which, I mean, look. It has its benefits, okay? Because it's like, get to the point. It's like, get to the point. Have your moment without being sexy. You know, like almost, it's almost heavenly, you know, as far as the Bible takes it, you know, sex and stuff is just not mentioned. But, you know, it's still, you know, what I would look like, you know, without, you know, they took the long way around, all right? They said, I don't look good on it. Make me look good on it. You know, they skipped over, they created a bridge for it, basically, to look good for it. But I guess that's enough rambling for now. I would like to talk about what I usually talk about to myself. But, oh, one more thing. Okay, doors have been shut in the universe. I hope y'all know this. Doors have been shut in the universe. You know, I'm not, you know, I was almost called a troublemaker in Tulsa just because I had a green thing on. I was like, I hope they don't think they talking about me. But I took it. I was like, I think she's trying to call me a troublemaker. No troublemakers in here. Like, why you say that? Because I got this loud ass green on. But that's just me trying to place myself in the world in every situation that I come across. Doors have been shut. Doors have been shut in the universe ever since they found drugs in food, okay? That's my opinion. That's my take. Ever since they found drugs in food, doors have been closing. They just found some cocaine, I think, and some bananas. Not like in the bananas, but in the bananas. And you know, like ever since they found it in the meat, though, like you had to cut open the meat to find the thing. Doors have been shut. So you know, in the universe now, I hope your door doesn't get shut, and post it on sorry. I hope it doesn't get shown in the universe. But that's enough talking. Goodbye.